Hey guys, it's Shayla here. Welcome back to my channel. So I went to the Elton John Oscar viewing party with MAC Cosmetics, which was so dope. It was just an incredible experience. And then I got to get all dressed up as if I was going to the Oscars. I had so much fun. I wasn't intending on filming the look, but I got such positive feedback from it. I was like, let me just recreate this look and film it so you guys can do it yourselves. I usually don't do a lot of silver because I feel like it's kind of dramatic, especially against my skin tone, but I just love this look. I love this glitter, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna start by applying one of my favorite primers, which is the Tarte Clean Slate Primer. I have combination to oily skin, so this like keeps me nice and matte, and I just love it. Yeah, my skin's a little bit of a mess right now. We all go through it, okay? Next, I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation with my Beauty Blender. And I'm just gonna apply a really thin layer all over. This is color 6.25. So 6.25 is like I would say my winter shade, and then in the summer, I'll probably be able to go up to 6.5. But I like it because it's like medium coverage. Really, you could get sheer coverage from it, or you can build it to get really good coverage. Nice and natural. See, this is like one layer of foundation, pretty much. And now I'm just gonna go through and add a little bit more to build the coverage. I feel like this would be good for all skin types too, not just like combination, which I am. Next, I'm gonna apply the Tarte Shape Tape and Tan under my eyes, my nose, on my forehead, kind of like the center of the forehead. And then I always like to put a little bit of concealer right in here. My makeup's definitely going on a little bit better today, and I feel like it's because my Beauty Blender is clean. Typically, I wet it maybe like every 3 applications, but I do notice that products or foundation concealer goes on a lot better when the Beauty Blender is damp. Not too shabby. Let me put a little more on this side. I'm setting my concealed areas with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I could use this all over my face. I mean, like really I could, but I don't know. I just like the look of having a darker powder on the outside of my face. Next, I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown Golden Orange Powder, which is kind of translucent, but it also adds a little bit of warmth. I'm gonna use this on the outside. Whoa, outside of my face. Ooh, I kind of went a little crazy there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The brush I'm using is the Kat Von D number 20 powder brush, and this is a synthetic hair brush. I like it. It just makes the powder go on nice and smooth, and it's fluffy. So when it comes to brows, I like using, well, I go through phases where I like using powder, and then sometimes I like using a cream. Right now, I'm really into using a cream to define my brows. So I'm using the Benefit KaBrow in number 5. I always start by drawing a line at the bottom. Ooh, I put a lot of product on the brush. Oopsie. So my brows aren't quite as crisp as I like. So I'm just gonna use the same concealer that I used under my eyes, and I'm just gonna use the tip of my brush or the edge of my brush and just clean up that line so it's nice and smooth. Yo, I should not have had coffee this morning because my hand is like shaky. Perfect. See, it just like creates a little highlight, cleans up the brows. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so my favorite eyeshadow base is Eden Eyeshadow Primer from Urban Decay. Boop, boop. You just really need to do like one stripe on the eye. A little bit goes a long way with this, and you don't want it to be like super thick. Like just a really thin layer all over from the lash line to like the concealed area. Like even that was almost like too much product, you know what I mean? I have the Kylie album stuck in my head, and I will be going to her concert. Boom. I love wearing a ponytail. Like I wish I could wear a ponytail every day. Just snatches my life. Almost snatches my edges, shoot. Okay, so I'm using the Anastasia eyeshadow. They're individual eyeshadows, and I have them in my Z palette. So I'm gonna start with Burnt Orange, and then I'm gonna apply Fudge. Oh, and then I'm gonna apply Fudge right on top of it. You always wanna work light to dark when you apply colors in the crease. Anyways, that's what I like to do because it makes it easier to blend. So if you have a dark color, it's going to take you forever to try and blend that in. Whereas if you put a dark shade over something light, it just blends by itself. So I'm just going to go back and forth in the crease with the Burnt Orange eyeshadow, which is like kind of the same color as my skin about. And I'm using the Lab 2 blending brush. This ponytail gave me a little facelift. I like it. Now let's put the Fudge right on top. So I'm really just letting the shape of my crease, like that bone right there, dictate exactly where I'm applying the color. So I'm just following the shape of that bone right there. Using the Makeup Geek small crease brush, I'm gonna apply the Fudge, which was the dark brown eyeshadow, under my lash line. Just like smudge it under here. Like I just wanna go like this. Okay, next up is the Kylie Holiday palette. Ooh. I'm gonna apply Frosty, which is this silver color right here, all over my lid. Okay, so before I add glitter, I always put eyeliner on first, because if you have glitter all over and then trying to line, it's gonna be super bumpy and it's gonna look a hot ass mess. So always do liner before glitter. And I'm lining the water line on the bottom lash line under the lashes, and I'm gonna line on top also. Whenever I do a smoky eye, I like my eyes to be lined in the water line on the bottom and the top. This like tickles at first, but you just gotta get in there. I'm also gonna wing out my eyeliner, so I just drew a line straight out, as you guys can see, and then I'm gonna connect the end of that line to my eyeliner. And then you fill in the space. Now that we've lined the bottom lash line and it's kind of dried just a little bit, I'm gonna go over it with that same Fudge color I used in the crease, just to like smoke it out a little bit, you know? So it's not like a harsh black line. See, doesn't that look better? Like it looks a little bit like smoky or not as precise, right? I promise you guys, glitter is like easier than it looks. It seems like it'd be hard and messy, but it's so easy, I promise. So here's the fun part, and you guys know how much I love wearing my glitter. No matter what brand of glitter, I always use the Eye Candy Cosmetics Liquid Sugar. So it's this little guy right here, it's clear. It says Liquid Sugar right here, but you probably can't see it. And this is just the bomb. So I'm gonna first dip my brush into the Liquid Sugar. You just want like a really like thin layer, I guess, not too much on the brush of the adhesive, and then you dip it into the silver glitter. This is Fairy Dust from Shop Violet Voss, or Violet Voss. Literally, I'm just gonna like, well, I guess I'm not really dipping it, I'm just pouring some on the brush. Not too much, and then dip it. So you can see I just have a bunch of glitter on the brush, and it really isn't moving too much. The adhesive is Metro Bowman. So I'm gently just gonna tap it on the eyelid. I put a lot of glitter on the brush, more than like what I typically do, which is why I'm kind of being like a little more gentle. I'm only applying the glitter over the silver eyeshadow. You guys see this little action going right here? One eye always comes out different than the other, and it's never like the same eye. It's either the first eye or the second eye. It's never like consistent, you know? Like I just don't even know what to expect. Ooh, that's pretty. You have to be careful with this, because if you put too much adhesive on the brush, it does clump up a little bit. It clumps the glitter a little bit. So while we're waiting for the glitter to dry on top, I'm just gonna apply a thin layer of the primer, the lash primer on the bottom lashes. I just can't talk today, can I? Okay, not a thin layer, a thick layer. I'm tripping. My favorite Big Shot mascara on the top lashes and the bottom lashes. Usually I only do a really thin layer on top because I'm gonna wear false lashes. But of course, if you don't wear false lashes, you can build this mascara and get really full coverage. I had to say full like 3 times just in case, you know? I didn't know if you guys would get it right away, so I had to make sure. This is kind of fun, like this look by itself without false lashes. It's kind of like a different, almost like a reverse smoky eye, because all the like focus is on the bottom lash line right now. I kind of like it. I kind of like it like this. But I like it just for like right now until I put false lashes on, you know? All right, let's make some magic. I absolutely love these lashes. These are the Lilly lashes in Carmel. I actually wore these for the first time last night when I went to the Elton John party, and pretty good. I already cut them. I'm just gonna put a thin layer of the callus adhesive on the lashes. So this adhesive is black, which is one of the reasons why I use it, and it never like irritates my eyes. So you just like literally just thin layer. And I wait maybe like 15 seconds for it to dry. You wanna hold the outer edge of the lashes like so with the tweezers. I promise you guys, this makes it so much easier. And I first like to press the lash down either on the outer edge or kind of like the center of the lashes. It's really important that when you put lashes on that you look down. I don't know if you guys notice, I always hold the mirror down here instead of like straight ahead of me. When you look down, it gives you a lot more room to actually put the lashes close to your lash line. Even though it's like silver with like flecks of other colors, it's still really pretty. I like it. I like it. Let's highlight this skin now. I'm gonna use the new Anastasia Nicole Guerriero highlighting palette. I think I'm gonna use Go Getter and 143. Ooh, Daydream's cute too. So just go back and forth on the highest part of your cheek. I'm using a Sigma F42 brush. Just back and forth. So you have to make sure you're going down at an angle and not like this way. No. Ooh. And I usually do highlight before bronzer. No, I usually put bronzer on first. I'm kind of like working backwards today. I don't know why I did that. Yes, nose highlight. Okay, so the other day when I wore this look, I highlighted my forehead, which I never do because my forehead usually gets oily and I just hate that look. But I highlighted my forehead and I loved it. So let me put bronzer on and then I'm gonna show you how I highlighted the forehead. I mean, it's easy, there's nothing to it, you know. I'm gonna apply the Guerriero Terracotta Bronzer, number 5, on my forehead, my cheeks, and my jawline. Adding a little definition and a little warmth too. Like you always want like your outside of your face to be kind of warm as if it got like a little bit of a tan. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply Daydream, which is kind of like the peachy color from the highlighting palette right here. I'm gonna apply this on my temples using the same powder brush. This is a Bobbi Brown powder brush. Ooh, that looks pretty, huh? Ooh, I kind of like this color a little better than the Go Getter. Put a little bit here. Let me put a little bit here. Because you know, one highlighter isn't enough. I actually like this Daydream color better. I should have put that on first. Oh well. It's okay. It's okay. Next time. Next time. We're almost home. We're almost home, guys. Almost done. Okay, so anytime I do a smoky eye, I like my cheeks and my lips to be kind of nude so that when you look at my face, you're not confused. Like, do I look at the lips? Do I look at the eyes? So for the most part, if I do, you know, this type of glittery smoky eye, I like everything else to be nude. So I'm gonna use the MAC Sweetest Cocoa Blush on my cheeks, which is like a warm brown. It's gonna make my cheeks look nice and slim. Isn't that pretty? It's like a brown, but there's like a little bit of like rosiness to it. So pretty. My favorite lip liner, you guys already know, MAC Cork. I'm actually gonna fill in my lip with Cork because the lipstick I'm using is kind of light. This is MAC Peach Stock. I'm gonna finish off the look with my favorite lip gloss. Like, I feel like I could say that right now. It's definitely my favorite lip gloss. This is Exposed from Kylie Cosmetics. It's, oh my God, it's just like, I just want to eat it. Actually, I lost one when I was in New York and I had to get 4 more because I was just like, oh, this is gonna happen again. You ain't leaving me again. Oh. Look at how pretty this is. It's like a peachy nude. So if you have a deeper skin tone, it's like perfect. I hate when lip glosses are like beigey nude because on me it just looks white, you know? This is like the perfect nude. That's pretty. Isn't that nice? Wipe off my earrings. Oh, look at that. There she goes. Ooh. Oh, how about that? Ooh. Thank you guys for watching my Oscar Glam glitter tutorial. Hopefully you learned how to apply some glitter. Hopefully this inspires you to try some new smoky eyes. Maybe try a little highlight on the forehead. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to like this video, comment below. I want to hear from you guys. And last but not least, strut and slay.